If you look at the issues that we face in our society, it's going to be, where does our food come from? Where does our water come from? What are the qualities that we need in our environment to make us or allow us to have a healthy lifestyle? And unless students have a broad perspective and understand issues appropriately, we're going to make the incorrect decisions of how we manage our food supply, what inputs we can put in, and therefore it's going to impact on what we can get out of a system.
Kelburn Farm is a great place for students to come to because it's very close to the city, so people that are normally not on the landscape can experience a working farm, and they can see the kinds of decisions that need to be made.
We talk in class about, I guess, the effects that humans have on biodiversity, and we can get into talking to them a little bit about cropland as well and how you need to cultivate it.
At this station, it's the acidity and alkalinity. We're collecting a little kind of like baseline data of the changes of agricultural beside like a pond. And so this is our little data set up for different kinds of levels of the different things we're testing for, like the nitrates and the potassium.
We looked at soils and we looked at water, and we looked at about 10 tests overall that hopefully would provide a good indication of the health of not only the fields, but also the water that's running through our watershed.
What we're trying to encourage farmers to do, and we're doing research on this, is, okay, what can we fill that space with which will benefit the farm? So those kind of research projects are ongoing, and farmers are starting to adopt some of these practices.
Farming does not have to be at odds with nature, and most farmers, I would say by far and away the majority of them, they look at the environment as their livelihood. They don't want to damage it. They protect it for everything they're worth and are very compatible with the environment and nature.
I learned farmers don't normally use the same crops over and over again in the same fields. They'll rotate their crops in different fields.
All the information I have been given on farms really makes a lot more sense to me now, and how the farms are operated and the growing of the crops and all that.
I think the big nutrient companies have always been very interested in informing the public as to the scientific aspects of their products. And young people need to have the scientific facts to be able to make critical judgments as to what they feel about nutrients and where their food comes from.
It's great to have these opportunities where they understand what farmers are doing to protect the land, to protect the waterways, and these activities are really strengthen that understanding for students, and these are our consumers of the future. And the more that they understand about what we do in agriculture, then the better able we are to maintain our social license to operate.